You are locked into the padded room with DJ Waffles on rollingout.com.
DJ Waffles on the check-in, man.
What's up? It's your boy Mr. Foster, aka the real Shane Foster. I'm with your boy DJ Waffles on the padded room. Let's go.
DJ Waffles on the check-in, man.
You already know that it's your boy DJ Waffles on the check-in, and you're tuned into the padded room, and I'm here with my special guest, Shane Foster. If y'all don't know, y'all gonna get to know him today. Shane, what's going on, sir?
What's going on, man? What's up with you, bro?
Man, slow motion's better than none. I'm glad I got a chance to have the chance to sit down with you today.
Absolutely.
So,
it's been a long time coming. We did a show a year ago today. Remember we did the show with the K100 over at the club, joint,
at the club.
panel. Yeah.
Shout out to Making It Magazine too.
Making It Magazine, yes
Put that
sir.
together. Shout out to Atlanta. Atlanta's moving heavy in a whole different way right now. Yeah, so let's get right into it, man. So tell the people a little bit about yourself, man. Tell us about DFD, man. Like let's get right to it.
Yeah, so DFD Music, man, consists of my partner, me, Davis, Chris, and myself. We're kind of like a DJ Khaled, Calvin Harris duo, where we like get with other artists and sometimes be the artists and put out records. So far, we charted 4 times in 4 different genres on Billboard: a Latin, gospel, a blues album, and then we did a world record. So, and then we just constantly keep putting out more records. We got a record going on right now, Blood Ain't Thicker Than Water, which is bringing awareness to sexual abuse among children, our family members. And then we got an organization, D2LO.org, who is like, we're donating proceeds to them, and they have like a whole organization program that like help kids get over it, help people overcome it and get over it.
Right. And
then we got a hip hop album coming out featuring got some legends on it, Paul Wall on it, real hip hop. So that comes out December 11th, and we're gonna have that rocking out, and that's bringing back hip hop. And if you look at like the category, like I said, for best rap album, we were talking about earlier for the Grammys, is they're all rap albums. They're all real hip hop, like bringing back hip hop, kind of. So it's like, oh man, what a good time to put out a record. You know what I'm saying? To like fall right in.
So how did you guys meet up to even form?
Oh man, so this is an interesting story. So literally, people think we know each other forever and ever. We both ex-military. We both ex-military. We met the first day of class in LA. We went to LA Film School. Shout out LA Film School. And the very first day of class, so they had this studio that you have all access to. It's like state-of-the-art studio, 12 rooms, SSL, like the whole 9, right?
Right.
So we had orientation. So everybody was doing the Hollywood stuff for orientation. And when you break for orientation, they all want to kick in, get into that. I walked down to the studio. He walked down to the studio. We get there. We both sit there. We talk. We see that we bought it. And we both sit there and try to figure out how to set up the boards and all that for 4 hours. Now we ain't know nothing about nothing then. Like we knew a little bit, but we was like, like we was just novice. We didn't know everything. So we sat there and we like figured it out. And then ever since then we've been rocking out ever since. Like from day one.
That's a blessing.
Yep.
And so so now y'all formed that. How did y'all get to a point of making like the records together? Because like you said, you charting in 4 different genres. Like that means y'all thought process really thinks.
Oh man, over 10,000 hours. Over 10,000 hours researching these genres, specific genres, niche audiences. Because there are a lot of niche audiences and artists. A lot of artists don't realize that you tackle that niche audience, you can sell way more records to a genre that's oversaturated like hip hop. Everybody does hip hop. Everybody want to be a rapper.
Right.
R&B is kind of like semi-niche, but not all the way niche. But then you talk about blues, you talk about Latin, you talk about gospel, and it's like niche. Like it's only certain people that like that record. They're gonna support and they're gonna buy your records. And they're gonna rock out behind you, especially if you got good content. So it's like we sat there, like say for the blues album, we sat there, man. I mean, me and my partner sat on the phone for like 6 hours.
Cause that you gotta understand. You gotta understand that to like at you guys' age and like to even think like how do you even construct a record for a blues album? You see what I'm saying? Even to put a blues album together, like what's the thought process? How do we
the elements we saw about the elements? Artists like listen to like 1,000 different artists. Went down the whole list of that's already charted. Listen to every record on that list.
And so how do y'all get the pieces? Do it's like y'all make the pieces like the music wise and
we produce it. We produce the engineer. So it's like structuring and putting together. That was too easy. Then it's like, all right, let's reach out to this artist. They kind of got out of blues. No, they independent. Let's see if they want to be a part of the record. Then they go, yeah, no. And then like, shit, my partner learned it. Like, he rap, sing, and do all that stuff. So like, all right, shit, you jump on the record for 8 bars or something.
So let me, not to cut you off. So just by saying that, so when you're putting together these records, you're looking for so many different independent artists to give these opportunities to, and then when they actually pass up on the opportunity and y'all create these things on your own, it kind of works for yourself. But how do you feel about like with the artists? How does the artists actually feel after they seen you?
Man, they blow us up. They, hey man, you got another one? Hey, what's going on? Hey, when y'all doing another one? Hey, we trying to just like, hey, kind of like, you know, you miss your opportunity, but it's like a lot of people will sleep on you until you do something great.
Right.
But it's like, why not rock out with me from the jump? Because that's how, like I said, that's how me and my partner rock out.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's the industry standard. Like people people are not as genuine as some people. Like we've been rocking out for a while, like over years since you met me. Right. And like certain people you just meet, you know, y'all got that good energy and y'all just rock out. Like, man, I like what they got going on. I like what they got on. You just genuinely rock with them. A lot of time people look for who can I use, and then they use this person, and then when it don't go their way, then they come back to the other person that they was genuine and really wanted to help them, and then they go, oh, dad, like let me do it. And it's kind of like, I don't know, I'm jump ship.
I'm not easy to try to let people back in, like because
I don't let them back in. Nah.
You know what's so crazy? Yeah. I think with messing with the industry, I think I suffer from PTSD of the industry. Like once people start doing stuff like that to me, and it kind of makes me, you know, kind of numb to the situation. But at the same time, when you mess with my emotions when it comes to business,
absolutely,
it makes me. I don't want to take it out on other people, but it's just like I raise my fence a little bit higher, and I'm not receptive to a lot of people when they come to me with a lot of stuff.
And I know that comes with time. Like we said it growing. We've been rocking out. This will be 5 years coming up for me and my partner Davis Chris. So it's like we get it now. Like from looking at how we first started and how we used to be to versus how we are now. It's like, oh, I get it now. Now I know why so and so be like this or why these certain people be a certain way, because they don't know. You never know. Right. And you like really taking a chance when you open your doors and you open up what you got going on to somebody else. You taking a chance. It's always like a risk, but we're risk takers. We're both ex-military, so for us it's like it's go hard to go home. Like it's go hard to go home for us. So we just rock out whatever, and then we take L's, we take everything, and we just ball it up, and then we go again. Just persistent and consistency. That's what wins in this industry.
So take me to when you got your first placement, because you know you got Yo Gotti, you got Boosie, you got
man,
you got B King, you got Young Dolph, you got Duke Deuce.
First record would have been Project Pat. Okay. Always looked at Project Pat, Bruce Back, Giddy Green, you know, all that old school trap rap. So my partner Davis Chris had a record. He had his stuff already. We were like, man, like I should just reach out. And then I think at the same time, which is just this is how the industry works, he was already offering features. I think he had posted it. And then post and delete. But I caught it when they posted. I hit this man. How much more feature on our feature? Send me the record. Send the record. Yeah, let's go. And he killed that joint. That was the record. Get that. That's when I.
Right. So y'all just sent him the beat.
Yeah. We just sent him the beat.
No reference. No nothing.
No nothing. He just rocked out.
Wow.
And then we kind of built the record around it like this was gonna be. And then Comedian jumped on the record, and then we just rocked out. My partner Yosan Tyler out of Indianapolis, and then he jumped on the record. Then it was a record.
So let me ask you this: what do you love the most out of the game? Because remember, you're an artist, you're a producer, like you're a business owner, like you do a lot of things. What's your passion? Like, what do you love the most?
I like just doing the business part of stuff for the most part, and then I like the fact that we touch so many different people with records. Like you never know how people may be feeling, what they may be going through. And they go, man, like I listen to your record like all the time. And that's a lot, coming from an independent artist, where it's such an influx of mainstream artists. You got the Drake, Rihanna, and all that. And then for someone to tag you and constantly repost and go, hey man, like I really rock this record. Like this is dope. Y'all should do this. Like y'all should do more. It's like, okay, like I like this. I like make people feel good. That's why our brand stand on anyways, make people, because you can do a million things. You can do a million and one things. People forget all the stuff you've done. I swear. How you make they feel, how they make you feel. Right. You'll always remember that. So it's kind of like we want to make feel good records, make everybody feel good at the end of the day.
So tell me about the Blood Ain't Thicker Than Water record that y'all
man, right most impactful.
How did that just
Davis Chris, that dude's a genius, man. He's the most slept on producer I ever met in my life. Right. And he just throwing out a whole concept. He was like, man, we should bring awareness. Like we got Black Lives Matter, we got the coronavirus, you got COVID-19, you got all this political stuff, the campaign, the political race, but no one's talking about human trafficking or sexual abuse among children. So let's touch on that. Then we had a true story, like we know the person that, you know, the record's about is actually based on a true story. So we just like, yeah, let's do this. We literally sat down in my basement, in my studio at the house, and we did the record. And shout out my boy Will. Will jumped on it, and then my assistant, which we was not even gonna use our assistant, it was somebody else. Like I said, artists get all cocky and
sassy.
Man, it's sassy. It
Yeah,
gets
it's sassy.
Like, man, I don't know. I don't want. Well, what does incentivize me to do? Blah blah blah. It's like, all right, my assistant can sing. Debbie, shout out to Debbie.
Right.
She jumped on it and started singing like this girl can really sing. So it's
the
like,
assistant got the job.
She
Y'all
got the
got
job.
caught slipping. Now the assistant got the job.
and they make it, you know,
And she making some money.
and she making money on top of money. So like we gotta pay her still. She's still on the record. So it's a win-win. But nah, we all jumped on the record, sat there in the basement, went over, did the concert. Chris rapped on it. I mean, just went bar. We shot the video. We shot the visual, which is a very impactful visual.
Mm-hmm.
We got on that, and man, Vivid HQ brought the vision to life, and it was just exactly how we imagined. So we shot that 3-day video shoot, did a whole lot of location down. All that's out going on right now, streaming on all platforms.
Explain to the people like the process of the promotion behind you working your record.
So the promotion is get as much content as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about, i.e. the blogs, just people that you rock with.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, hey, can you screenshot you behind the record? Hey, can you send a video you listen to the record in the shower or whatever, you know, whatever it is you do. And it's like, when you connect with people, if you don't have 10 people to do that with, then you might not want to do music anyway. If you ain't got 10 people supporting you, we all know 10 people.
Hang it all up.
I'm not saying like quit on your dream, but this might not be the one for you. You know, this might be your area of expertise. So it's like, I can hit my mama, brother, sister, and all them. They gonna repost. Chris can hit folks. Other folks can hit folks. Get more people involved. The more people involved in the record, the more people, the better chance you got to spread. If you look at your big #1 hit singles, it's like you look at the credits, which artists, I mean, people don't even do that anymore. I still do it. You look at the credits, it'd be like 8 to 12 people involved on the record. That's 8 to 12 people genuinely spread it. And then you do the math, they all know 10 people, 10 to 20 people. Now you had 100,000 people in like no time. And then you got a whole week. So you have a 7-day period, you know, like if you want to try to reach for a Billboard campaign or just promote the record in general, you got like a week. That first week is the most impactful week. Because even after that, you can still promote the record, but it's always going to be new to somebody else. So you can go on for up to like 2 years. It's still, if it's a dope record, it's a timeless record. It's not like specific to like what's going on right then. You can always promote that record 10 years from now, 5 years from now. You look at Lizzo, her record was 2 years old before it started charting. Everybody was singing it, and once it took off, it took off.
A lot of records like that.
Chameleon, big record, Twerk For Me, 2019. Now it's just hitting the Billboard #1. So it's like, you gotta believe in what you're doing in your craft and constantly promote. She never stopped promoting that record. Never.
Yeah. And
you go to her
shout out
page,
to them. They're about to shoot the remix video.
Man, I know that. I know it's gonna be wicked right there. So it's like, never quit on something that you believe in. And if you believe in something, you willing to do whatever it takes to make that happen.
Definitely. So did y'all what was the response behind that record? Did a lot of people start hitting y'all up for the Blood Ain't Thicker Than Water? Like,
so yeah, we saw the record came out last Friday, so it was like, as soon as they said that, the organization hit us up. So we're like, this organization is genuine. These the ones gonna rock with us, so we're gonna rock with them. Right. So we're like, hey, let's we're gonna donate. Like, how do we set it up? We're 501c, did all the paperwork, W9, all that. Cool. So we set all that. So that's rocking out. Then you got everybody else is like, man, that record made me cry. Like, this is crazy. Like, I can relate to this. Like, I'm going through this. So we got testimonials now we've been posting that's content. So it's like all these people giving up, using our platform to let people tell their story or how they overcame it, what happened, X, Y, Z. And it's like, you know, it's a win-win for everybody. Now you can tell your story, and you might have a platform where you just want your story to be heard, and, you know, you can be a philanthropist or entrepreneur or just a motivational speaker. And it's like, now we're using our platform to open it, kind of like cross-promote. And it's all about just linking up and connecting the dots with everybody. And a lot of artists don't do that. We're doing that because that's what's happening, win, because it works. Cross promotion always wins over just no promotion at all. A lot of time artists go to artist page, they got 3 posts.
I don't know what be able to that'd be weird too. Like, one picture, you supposed to be an artist. I'm like, how does that even, like, what are we doing here? You
got one picture up, you got nothing, I don't even know you do music. And then you hit somebody, because the first thing I'm going to do, even if you hit me, I'm going to look. Even if it's just like, oh man, I want to get some production done, it's like, go to their page. What they even like? You know, kind of have an idea like what they like, and it's like, man, you ain't got no music up, no links, nothing. Like, where your records? Oh, you know, I don't know if they just insecure. I don't know what it is. It's just weird. Artist weirdism. I don't know.
So let me ask you this: outside of the music, because it sounds like you're real passionate about it, it sounds like you're real savvy when it comes to the music, and you like caught up. Like outside of the music, what keeps you inspired to making music and to helping people and doing what it is that you do on a day-to-day basis?
Family, having my kids, have somebody to look up to.
Mm-hmm.
They support me the hardest, and they tell me if I'm whack too. Trust kids. Kids are brutally honest. Kids. First of all, let me say that kids are brutally honest. Kids will be like, "Nah, that ain't it. That ain't it, Dad."
Right. And sometimes you just gotta take it. Cause I was like, even like my nephew one day, and I was just like, he called me. He was like, man, what you wearing lately, man? I was like, I'm lit on the girl. What you talking about? He's like, man, nah, man, let me dress you. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But then they being like brutally honest. I'm like, what are you talking about?
But you gotta listen.
And when he did, I was like, damn, I did let him spend like maybe like $1,000 or something like that. And he kind of changed me up for a couple of days, but you know.
But listening to people and taking advice is what helps you win though in this industry. Just with anything in life, if you listen, you take advice from people that have more success than you, you're gonna win.
Definitely.
What happens is people take advice from their peer, like someone that's doing the same thing.
Yes, man. That's why bad music be out too.
And it's like, but how you expect to grow if you're not doing it? Right. And I always say my other thing is too is the quickest way to $1 million is to help somebody else make $1 million.
I agree with you.
So it's like if I'm gonna help you, if you got your thing going on, I'm paying attention to what you got on. It's like, well, how can we help each other?
But it got to make sense though.
And yeah, that too.
That
it's like
has to make sense.
I cannot like somebody and we can get money together. You feel me? So it's like you don't have to be just liking that person and be favoritism on that person, but it's like, man, they about this paper, they about their business, so I'm gonna be about my business with them. Let's get this money together because there's plenty to get. People always get obsessed with money, and it's like it's so little of it, but it's so much of it.
Right, and it comes and goes so fast. And
just like that, so it's what you do with it and how you strike your time with it to make things happen, and like believing in yourself and investing in yourself. Time is money,
right?
So you got to take the time on yourself and learn your craft. Are you on YouTube? Are you listening to podcasts? Are you taking direction from other artists that have success? Because a lot of times, I'm the best, greatest thing. You hear it all the time. I'm the best, greatest thing since Drake. I'm the best thing in my city. And it's like, nah, they say in other words. Because I hit people with a hard fast. Like, these are your numbers.
So
these are your numbers, right? You sold 5 records. You got 20 streams.
That's another thing about you guys on. This is another thing about you guys on Instagram. Y'all have all these followers, but can't sell a T-shirt, can't sell a hat, can't book out a venue with like 50 people. Like it doesn't add up. Like you're cool on Instagram, but you're not cool in real life.
Exactly.
Like, how does that?
That show you the type of person you are. Like we was talking about earlier and too stuff about offline. I was like, yeah, if you don't have, you can find 300 people that really rock out with you.
Right. You
can make money doing this.
I agree. In
industry, you can be a full-time artist. 300. You do the math. 300 people. They all listen to your record once a day. You get 1,000 streams, and you go up to the month, and you get paid every month. You know, they pay every quarter.
Simple math.
It's simple math. And that's just using that number, and you just keep multiplying per day. They just listen to your record one time, so you don't necessarily have to have 10,000 people rocking out with you to make money. Like you can have 300 to 400. They're gonna buy your T-shirt merch. They're gonna pull up to your show at $25 a ticket. They're gonna buy all your T-shirts at $25. So it's like you can win with a smaller audience versus
I'm about to be a rapper because Shane said it's possible.
It's possible,
Shane said it's possible. I'm
it's possible. Like sitting there and like putting all the all the emphasis on likes and views and all that. That's cool. Just look at me though. You just get looked at. Like no one's really supporting you.
Yeah, that's crazy. So all right. So lately I've been seeing you around with ATL Top 20. So I wanted to tell just elaborate a little bit on that part. You know, ATL Top 20 for those out there who don't know, it's like one of the biggest kind of like record pool.
DJ pools for like get your record going
in the city of Atlanta,
and they're very important, and just outside the city of Atlanta too.
Right, definitely.
So it's like you got to get outside of your city. We got artists from all over the United States and the world coming to put records out to the pool because they know it's gonna get pushed right.
Definitely.
And you saw we had a W9 party, all that. So now,
what's your connection? let them know your connection, because after this interview, I might want to go follow, try to figure out what the hell going on.
The real Shane Foster and then ATL Top 20. Like follow those 2 platforms and shout out my boy I am Davis Chris. That's I am Davis Chris. All platforms www.dfdmusic.com. You can touch base and man, we can rock out and like really get to it and then really show you the way to do this because it's really simple. It's really not that hard. So if you think about the Rubik's Cube, right? You know, you buy it, we sit there and we go, oh, we fumble with it and play all that. Right. You know the answers come with it.
No, it doesn't.
The answers come with it.
How? Explain this shit to me.
So the answers come with it. Every Rubik's Cube has an answer to it. You can look at the answers and do it. So that's the same thing with this music industry. The answers are right in front of you. I'm serious as hell. go pick you up one at Walmart. The answers are in there. We just get so wrapped up into do that, and that's just how it is with the music industry. We get so wrapped up into like do this, and this. And sometimes the answers are like right in front of you. You got this right here. You got this joint right here called a phone. This is your most powerful tool for doing this stuff, because all you gotta do is research it. If you sit down and do the research and you do the homework and learn your craft, you can win. The answers are right there. Most of the time the answer be right in front of, oh man, how do I do this? Oh, I didn't know I could reach out to, I didn't know curators had an email address.
Right.
I didn't know you can go to Apple Music, you didn't know all this stuff, and it's like, oh, I didn't know I can do.
You gotta research.
I didn't know you can submit my music to this radio station. They might play it.
I don't think artists nowadays really, too much of them take the time to really figure that stuff out. It's more so like they try to catch the wave of what they see is working, and then they'll try it. They don't never try to go to back end and be like, let me just see.
And the thing about it is, you can make your own. There's no right or wrong answer to this music stuff. Right. You can make your own way. So it's like, if you do the research, it's like, this is the lane I'm going to go, and you stay true to it. Like I said, like my daddy always told me, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything.
Definitely.
So stand on your brand, stand on what you're going to do. It's going to work out. I guarantee. If you stay consistent and persistent enough, it's going to work out. It doesn't matter like what else is going on. If that's your lane, you true to it, and that's what you want to do, it's going to work. I promise. I can attest to it, because I ain't never switched up. We've always stayed in our own lane. We've done our research. We know it's going to work, and it's working. It might take some time. You might do the long scenic route, but it works. Like us doing the records, and like everybody's beating down the door to do, Yo Gotti or Drake, try to do them placements. But you can reach out to other artists that they got and do records with them.
And then you happen to just
happen to be in the mix of a conversation. Cause that's what be happening with like.
See, people. Those are the things that people don't understand. It's like
that's what happens most of our records.
You gotta climb it. Just climb the tree. You'll get there eventually.
You can't jump into Drake DM and just be with Drake. It happens.
You can't get Lil Baby. Go get Nuda or something like that.
Yeah, go get somebody on 4PL and do the record.
Right, that's it.
You might not get it, but because if the record dope, trust me, they gonna play it. It's competitive. The industry is competitive.
Definitely.
Hey man, who did that record? Who produced that? Oh yeah, this producer hit me up and did a feature. Like, who was that? And then they gonna follow. They gonna check you out. What's going on? Hey, so. Hey, you did this record. Like, I'm trying to do something else. Like, what you got going on? And then you being that conversation piece. Like, people bring your name up all the time. And then being where you're supposed to be networking the right way, not networking across the board, not just networking for personal gain. It's like networking and being genuine. Like, yeah, man, I got this going on, man. Why don't you come check out my show, man? Here's a free ticket. Instead of, man, come to my show, and then you don't want to pay to go to their show.
Exactly.
Like, it don't work that way. Like, you don't want to support what they got going on. Yeah, like, you don't want to support what they got going on. So, like, supporting other people, like I said, being genuine people going to rock out with you. And once you build your own little legacy, and people like the same way with ATL 20 did, like, you build a legacy around with people. You build a relationship with all these people. Mm-hmm. Now you got to just press a button, and it's go time. Because you done took care of everybody, supported everybody along the way. You never screwed nobody over, none of that. So it's like, now you got the W9. We having W9 parties where everybody get paid to show up.
Everybody get paid.
Free food. We got champagne, free food, and you getting paid. Ain't nobody else doing that. That's legendary.
So let me ask you this too. With talking about the support and help and stuff like that, it goes into the distribution. You guys have distribution through Empire?
Yeah, we have major distribution through Empire. So we linked up with that. That happened. We reached, and then it was simple. It's just like I said, once again, relationship. Reached out to talk about do something totally different. It was like, well, I like what you've been doing for me, and what I got going on my music is like, hey, I can set you up with this. Like, are y'all interested in distribution? We're like, yeah, we're on the phone talking, and I'm like, yeah, we definitely interested in distribution. That's gonna get us on the next step. Now I realize the distribution we got, because a lot of people think, oh, distribution is a deal. It's like sometimes it's about the reach and who's behind it.
There you go.
So I know like the people behind
they get too much game today, man.
I know the reach and I know the people behind it. So like this is gonna be the best deal.
Right.
Yeah, CD Baby, all that's cool, but like you're in an influx of factor. Now I know, okay, with Empire, they have a lot of artists, they do a lot of distribution, but guess what? My numbers are visible. Someone's looking at my numbers. And if I do enough stuff, contact. Yeah, and I got direct contact. So now they calling all the time. They always call, man, how do y'all do? Like y'all keep doing like. Mm-hmm. And now other situations are coming up, and it's like, but now we at that state like, man, we independent, like we kind of cool where we at, but not saying we're not open to the right deal with the right budget, but now we have leverage.
Definitely.
Well, let's just say we have more leverage than we just want a deal and ain't got no leverage, ain't got no high records. Like, we already got kind of high records, got our semi-buzz going. So now we have a little bit more leverage, and we've done a lot of stuff on our own that most artists that sign have never even done. Most artists that sign never hit Billboard and probably never hit it. Most artists never been in a Grammy pool and been considered for a Grammy or be in a race for a Grammy. So it's like for us that already done all of that stuff already, and we just been doing it since the pandemic. So it's like, yeah, okay, now we somebody to be paying attention to, and we're gonna just keep doing it. This is repetitive. It's just gonna keep doing it. Never gonna stop.
So listen, before we get out of here, let everybody know how they can follow you on social media, how they can get with DFD, how they can get the album.
Hey, get with us, man. Hey, www.dfdmusic.com. You can find me at The Real Shane Foster. You can find my partners, I Am Davis Chris, on all social media platforms. We're very easy to get a hold of, very easy to reach out to, and we're gonna definitely communicate, make stuff happen if you really want to make this happen with yourself. So definitely reach out.
Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy DJ Waffles on Check-In. Get tuned into the Padded Room. Make sure y'all hit the button below and y'all subscribe to the channel. It's going to be going crazy. Y'all never know who will be sitting here next.
And blood ain't thicker than water. Wow. Check it out.
Go get that.
All digital platforms. American Resurrection, December 11th. Pre-order link out now. Let's go.
DJ Waffles on Check-In, man.